What up, guys? Mad Viking Toy Channel. Big week in the wrestling world for wrestling news. Some of this is old, some of this is new, some of this is mind effing blowing. But let's just get into this real quick. My last news thing I was supposed to report, but I didn't. NXT star Billie Kay was injured in the ring, was carried out on a stretcher, and was seen holding her neck and crying, and I have never seen a follow-up report on that. So Billie Kay, the hot Aussie star from NXT that was just coming up in the ranks, potentially as a serious career-ending move. There we go. It's late here, and I'm on a jelly bean high. Sorry. But she's very popular here in Florida for the NXT house show, especially in my area. So good luck for her in her recovery, and hopefully this turns out pretty good. We just want to mention recently, fired star Lita has returned to the wrestling ring for Maryland Championship Wrestling. This match can be found on the net. It's pretty sloppy, and it looks pretty hokey. And only maybe two people that entire match looked like they deserved to be in the ring. Lita was the only chick in the 8-man tag. She didn't do her Hurricane Rana. She didn't do the moonsault or any of that crap. If you want to see it, go look for it. Like I said, she returned to the ring for the first time in years, so the money must be running out. Melina also returned to the ring recently. Well, I shouldn't say recently, because she has been back on the scene for about a year or so. But she had blonde hair, and she was wrestling on her own. But she recently now returned to Johnny Mundo's side in Lucha Underground, and they are back together, at least on TV. I don't know if they've ever been broken up, but they are back together on the wrestling scene. WrestleMania, if you didn't know this, Shane O'Mac, the original plans was for him to fight Brock Lesnar. And that was supposed to be their setup at SummerSlam when Lesnar F5'd him in the ring after he bloodied Randy Orton, which I still think was excellent. And Lesnar somehow used his pull and got out of the match. I would too. I mean, one, it's freaking Shane McMahon, and I'm sure Shane McMahon wants to beat Brock Lesnar. Just like last year, the McMahons were pulling for Shane McMahon to go over Undertaker, and Undertaker said F that, which is absolutely retarded, that a owner's kid goes over all the top talent. But we have Triple H coming out of his yearly retirement for his big WrestleMania paycheck, and now we get Shane. I mean, really, it's either one or the other, and I could truly give one crap about Triple H being in a match. But now we have to have two wrestlers sit on the sideline so the McMahon family can get their paychecks. I don't know. So, of course, as you know, now we're getting AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, and the fans are crapping on that too, because AJ deserves something better. And I'm one of those people in that boat. Shane McMahon doesn't need to wrestle. He's a millionaire. We saw him last year. We don't need to see him every year. This better not become a regular thing. AJ Styles, they have maybe an 8-year shelf life with him. Last year he lost at WrestleMania to Chris Jericho, and fans were pissed. So now what? We're going to watch him lose to Shane McMahon too? And I'm assuming he's going to lose because, well, I've been jumping into that. I'll leave. It's farther down on my little list here. But I'm assuming AJ is going to lose. More on that later. Rusev, the currently buried superstar, and you may ask, why is he being buried? Because he had the audacity to wish Jack Swagger good luck in his future endeavors, and said he was one of the hardest hitters that he ever wrestled, and that he had the nerve to go and cut his hair, and that was why he was recently being buried and turned into Super Jobber on Raw. But somewhere along that line he got hurt, and now he's going to be out for 2 to 4 months, and he's going to miss Mania. And if you think any of that crap is ridiculous that they're burying him for it, it is. It's stupid. Oh, God forbid I say goodbye to my parting friend as he leaves the company. WWE, stupid. Rollins is not fully cleared for Mania despite what we saw last week on Raw. And of course, this week's on Raw, they showed him rehabilitating and, trying to work through it. I would say he's probably going to be there now. A few weeks ago, I said he wouldn't be there. But they wouldn't have dragged him out on Raw like that, like they did last week. to pull that stunt if he wasn't in better condition than what's being let on. And personally, let's just get this Triple H crap out of the way. Because if it's not Rollins, it's going to be Finn Balor. And Triple H will beat Finn Balor just to beat Finn Balor. You know. So at least we don't have to sit through that. Just let's get this Triple H shit out of the way and let him go back to his hole. And of course, it's the only storyline that he can work himself into is with Seth Rollins. Recently, Ring of Honor news, if you don't know, Christopher Daniels finally grabbed the big gold belt. And it was for Ring of Honor. And he beat Michael Cole, baby, in Vegas. And I still don't know how, because I didn't see it in any videos, but I guess Kazarian turned on him and is now the newest member of the Bullet Club. They've got quite a lot of members. But now Kazarian's a member, and Christopher Daniels is now the Ring of Honor champion. It was in a Decade of Excellence tournament. All the I shouldn't say old timers, anybody over a decade got to enter it. And kudos for him, man. He should have won that title a long time ago. He was one of the founders. He's been back and forth in that company many times, and he should have won. He should have won it hands down 2-3 times now. But if you want to watch that match, he put away Adam Cole with 3 beautiful moonsaults in a row in the span of about 15 to 20 seconds. Just nobody does moonsaults like Christopher Daniels, and he killed it. Like I said, he's never achieved a heavyweight title. Wherever he's went, TNA would bury him when he got hot, so they avoided having to put titles on him. Like, they make him become Curry Man, and then they'd push him back down the ladder again, or the Superhero Justice Club, or whatever that stupid shit was that he did with Eric Young and Shark Boy. It was stupid. But he's been wrestling since 1993, and a big belt has eluded him, and I was always a big Christopher Daniels fan, especially on the indies. He was the only indie wrestler to ever win the Super 8 twice. I think he actually went on to win it again. And the Super 8 used to be the tournament. You won that, the WWE came calling. And I still don't get why the WWE never came after. They did make attempts maybe 5-6 years ago, and that's when TNA had to start doing contracts. But other than that, I don't know that they've ever went after him. And it's a pity. Nakamura being brought up to the main roster soon. It's likely going to happen after WrestleMania. I don't see him showing up at WrestleMania, but you never know. And he's supposed to be going to SmackDown, and I believe he'll be going to SmackDown because Samoa Joe is supposed to go there, and Vince and the man with 3 H's were in a big cockfight over him, and obviously the old man won, and they got Samoa Joe. But they also recently got Austin Aries too, so with John Cena leaving to go film some more stupid movies, they're going to have to get some talent in there ASAP. So I definitely see Nakamura going to SmackDown, and I think that's better for him anyway. Raw is filled with almost all the top talent, and we see the same 3 people over and over and over and over again. So Nakamura will thrive there, in my opinion. Goldberg is likely to sign another contract after WrestleMania. WrestleMania is supposed to be it for him. That was the original deal sign. I don't have a problem with that. They don't have to give him a full-time contract. I don't know if they're paying him, but they could certainly do like a Lesnar-type deal, if not a little bit more. I'm sure he's trying to pad his retirement funds. And I'm game for it, but they need to actually start giving this guy some wrestling matches. I'm not even looking forward to their match at WrestleMania. The WWE obviously gave him a belt because it was probably in their contract to get him to sign. And to get him to give up his likeness and everything else, so they can put him in video games and make toys and et cetera, et cetera. Meanwhile, we've gotten 2 shit matches and a decent Royal Rumble out of him. And one will assume that WrestleMania is just going to be a squash match. It's pointless. Those ring entrances will last longer than the match. Guarantee. And I think it's stupid. The guy can still wrestle. He can do a 5-minute match. I would hope by now he's been training. He can do 5 minutes. But, like I said, I hope he sticks around. He's a legend. They want to keep making money. Let him stay around. Lesnar has agreed to do more TV and house shows. Granted, Contract is believed to be ending next year after WrestleMania. So maybe this is like a goodwill gesture for them. Not that I don't think they're going to re-sign him or, throw more money at him when his contract's up. But at least he's showing, hey, all right, I'll work more. I'll work a little bit harder. So he's doing that now. And if you don't know already, somehow it's been leaked. Next year's main event, WrestleMania, is going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, with Roman Reigns going over Lesnar in some horrible fashion in like a squash. Why do I want to keep saying squash? Squash match. Squash. There you go. So we got that to look forward to, kids. Another year of Roman Reigns dominating and pissing us off. We're getting rid of one guy that hogs the spotlight, and we're going to get another one who's going to take his place. Yay! Now, my last report, the Shaq versus Big Show match was supposedly off, but now, supposedly, it still might happen, but it's being hung up all over, still over money. No word on how much money, but it's Shaq, and he has very expensive taste, and he lives in the shopping center of a house. So, one WrestleMania match is probably going to be like the electric bill to him. So I'm sure he's not trying to work cheap. But the like I said before, you ain't Merriweather, bro, and you ain't getting, what did they pay him? 5, 6, 7, 8 million to do that? You ain't him, bro. Alright. RVD teasing a WWE return. That return has been supposedly on the table now for over a year, but now he's twittering it out or whatever that look for him in the future. And I'm fine with that too. RVD is still young. He's still viable. He's going to sell. He's going to make money. They can give him a Jericho-type contract too. Very limited house shows, does TV, pay-per-view. They need more bodies on these rosters, man. And they keep bringing back veterans. They can work something out. They can do this and make everybody happy. I want RVD back. I've always liked him. Before with AJ potentially losing to Shane, which I see happening, after Mania is going to be the draft. Because they haven't realized it hasn't worked yet. And every year after Mania, they do the draft. And supposedly Zayn is going to go to SmackDown and AJ is going to go to Raw. And supposedly Roman's going to go to SmackDown too. So we won't have to see another year of Roman versus Kevin Owens. So look forward to that, guys. WWE is clearing a dirty rumor that the higher-ups in the company are not happy with Alexa Bliss, which I think is a stupid rumor to begin with. If they're not happy with her, why would they give her back the belt? Why would they keep her on the throne of the women's division on SmackDown? I think some of these rumors are just stupid. I think she's performing quite well, and I used to see her do a hell of a lot more stuff in NXT than she's doing on SmackDown. So they're obviously limiting her role on TV, but I don't know where this shit comes from that they even have to address it. Foley is leaving, obviously, tonight on Raw. That was his farewell. And supposedly he's going to be replaced by Kurt Angle. I hope Kurt... That's fine, I guess. Why don't you give it to William Regal or somebody else? We want to still see Kurt Angle wrestle, not these... He's going to play bitch to Stephanie on TV. Great. Look, wow. I don't know. It just drives me nuts. That's all he's going to be. He's going to play the bitch in the foil to Stephanie like what they did to Foley. Except Angle can still wrestle. But they're going to wait. I don't know. They're just going to waste him. Totally stupid. And why do they need a general manager on Raw? Because every time the general manager is there, Stephanie's there. So what's the point of the general manager? It's the dumbest shit ever. At least Shane's not there on SmackDown up Daniel Bryan's ass in every episode. Daniel Bryan's your general manager. That's why you have him. So you don't have to be there. I don't get it on Raw. Stephanie can't give it the limelight. Oh, Mick Foley's in a segment? I'm going to be there too, and I'm going to make him look like an asshole. I hate Raw. I hate the Authority. I hate Steph. Just fuck off already. God. All right. You said that. Okay, the YouTube channel. I thought it was on the network. But this parody of the Southpaw Wrestling Alliance? Regional Wrestling. All right, I think I caught all the first episode on on net the other night. It's all right, but I will say there's one standout. One standout alone. Some of the people I don't even know who the hell they are. Who is it that's sitting next to John Cena as an announcer? I can't figure out who the hell that is. Is that Christian? And I don't even think Christian has a contract with the company. I cannot figure out who the hell that guy is. And the one guy who was supposed to be the champion, it hit me. I think that's TJ Perkins. But I can't... Some of the other guys, you know who everybody else is, but there's a few guys on that show, you're like, who the hell is that? But one guy that stands out, and he had me dying. It ain't John Cena. John Cena's just stiff. The jokes are dumb. It's Rusev. He's supposed to be Cowboy Bill or Bunkhouse Bill. Lana appeared in one scene, but Rusev is killing it, and I don't even think he's killing it on purpose. He's killing it because I don't think he really knows what he's saying. but he's supposed to be like a backwoods farmer. And what was the line? I'm doing this for all the farmers who lost their land in the 1900s. I'm doing it for my chickens, and then I eat my chickens. I don't know. Like I said, Rusev is killing it. And you can see him breaking character when he's talking or somebody else is talking. You'll just see him smirking, trying to hold it back. He's killing it. And I only think he's been in 2 episodes. 2 or 3. One of them is with Lana. But it's worth watching, the Southpaw, whatever. John Cena already tweeted out, I guess he didn't make a lot of these, because he said if you want to see more of them, contact him. Something like that. It's worth watching. If it's not on the network, it's on YouTube. Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Tell me what you think. Rusev is killing it. WWE signs a bunch of top Japanese stars. But one namely probably replacing Asuka, whatever her name is, when she gets called up, which has to be any day now. Her name is Kiera Hojo. She's a bunch of champion, has a bunch of belts over there. Super fucking cute for a little Chinese girl. People think Asuka's cute. Wait till you see this girl. She totally looks like a little anime girl. She's going to be big. The other stars, I couldn't even tell you who they are. I know I shouldn't. Did I say Chinese? Japanese? The WWE already signed a bunch of Japanese people, and they're supposedly working out of the Performance Center. But I've only seen the one, and he's the one that actually looks like he eats meat because he's over 6 feet tall. And I can't think of his name. But because they're trying to dig into that gene pool because Nakamura's huge here, so is Asuka, and they're being called up, and NXT's got to fill its ranks. So look forward to her. Kiera Hojo. I already said fans not happy with AJ versus Shane. Hulkamania was supposed to be at Mania, but it looks like it ain't going to happen. Especially not with this fallout that's been going on the last few days with Porngate. Hogan will be in Orlando. He will be at some convention signing, doing things like that, but mostly during the main weekend, he's going to be at Hogan's Beat Shop, brother, doing personal signings and appearances. And he will be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I know he's supposed to be at like WrestleCon, I believe. So you can find his ass there, but it doesn't mean he won't be at Mania. But he's not. If he is, he ain't doing anything really with WrestleMania, with their events. Maybe he'll show up, but I don't know. I don't know why they're still dicking around with him. TNA trying to sue the Hardy Boys. Shocker, right? Because now they think Broken Matt Hardy was their intellectual property. Even though Matt Hardy came up with the character, he funded the character, he paid for the filming at his own house, but because he left TNA and TNA didn't see it coming for some reason, now they're being bitter little buttholes, and they're going after everybody. Ruby, Jeff, Matt, even Senior Benjamin, who was Ruby's dad, if you don't know. And he was never even under contract. He was working for free for TNA as an online character, or on TV character. And now, of course, TNA is going after them because that was their biggest draw. But the fucked up thing is, because Ring of Honor airs on the Fight Network in some areas. Fight Network. Well, Ring of Honor, or TNA, is also owned now by the Fight Network, which is Anthem. And they're potentially going to be partners coming here in the future working together, sharing talent. Like, if you don't know, TNA is now openly sharing talent with whatever company is in Mexico, not AAA. And they're also partners now with Noah in Japan. So that's pretty big for TNA. Ring of Honor has New Japan. Well, TNA has Noah. Noah has people like the Great Muda. Oh, God. Brain fart. But I think that's good for them. But what I was getting at is, yeah, Ring of Honor, I guess, is pushing along with it too, because supposedly the Hardy deal isn't in stone with them. There's a rumor it's only for a few months, but the Hardys haven't come out and said that. So potentially the Ring of Honor is going along with it too, because they're potentially trying to save their product that they might lock down, if it's not locked down permanently, because they want to save the Matt Hardy universe for themselves. If the Hardys really are leaving after, April 1st, they want to make sure they don't go to WWE with that gimmick. Well, it doesn't matter. Matt Hardy can just change the name. Oh, I'm the unhinged Matt Hardy. You know, he can still do the character. They can't tell him how to dress. Yeah, they can get rid of Vanguard 1 or just call it a new name. It's very simple to keep the gimmick going. But kind of a bitch move, I would think, on Ring of Honor's part. But I could see them, they're trying to potentially save face and give an FU to the WWE, because the WWE has just been raiding their talent recently. So, I don't know. But my thing would be not to piss off the Hardys right now. They're the hottest thing on the market, and they went to you. They're working for you. Why piss them off? Nikki Bella. Oh, the entitlement twin, as you've heard me call her quite a few times on here. Now the rumors, Princess Nikki Bella won't be retiring after WrestleMania. I was kind of shocked that she was putting out there that she would, because she's still young, and she still likes money and her extravagant lifestyle that she leads. But now, Nikki Bella might just be taking some time off, because she's been going full-time since SummerSlam and needs a break. Boo-hoo! Everybody else has been going full-time since SummerSlam too, and they're not taking breaks. This is one of the reasons I don't like this girl. If any of that crap was true between The Miz and Maurice, what they said, how basically she goes around the WWE and flaunts her attitude and whatnot because she's with John Cena and she's untouchable, I believe it. I've never liked the girl because she's always come across like a fucking fake bitch. See, now I'm getting worked up. But that was coming out. I'm just going to take a break, guys. Oh, another reason why I hated her, when she was on Total Divas and she was the longest reigning champion of all time. Remember, there would be times, months, where she would just disappear as the champion, and you'd see her on Total Divas bitching, "Oh, this title reign is too much for me. I didn't ask for this. I need a vacation. I gotta go on a trip. I need some time off." Bitching and moaning. And there's Johnny A. Oh yeah, we'll get you what you need. We're sorry. Oh God, yeah, you've been going full steam. How many times did she defend that title in a year and something? 3 times? And she was in like 2 or 3 matches where it was just like every chick on the roster. That's why, and that's, like I said, she's been getting away with murder for a while. So, whatever. F Nikki Bella, in my opinion. Finally, here it is. Paige fallout. If you've been not alive the last week or hiding under a rock or coming out of your cave, Paige is now Porno Paige. Some of it is the most disturbing shit I've seen. It falls under the category of porn. Supposedly, she's been hacked. Supposedly, she's been leaked. Yeah, you could call it a leak. I've read multiple stories, though, where it says her phone was stolen. And some really effed up stuff has come out on this. There's a video of her banging Brad Maddox in a schoolgirl outfit. In the canine position, we'll say. There's another video of her with Brad Maddox in like a dressing room somewhere at a shopping center, banging on the bench. There's another video of her in what I call an orgy, because a lot of people don't notice. Brad Maddox looks like he just got done pounding her, and she jumps on none other than Kofi Kingston. Brad Maddox is down on his hands and knees, and he's clicking away at their buttholes, taking personal photos. But there's another camera in the background recording the scene of them doing all that. And I pointed out to one of my friends, Christian, on Unstable 1047, but you can see the camera kind of moving and going up and down. And he made some mention that he thinks he can see like silhouettes or something off to the side. I said it's an orgy. But then I retracted my statement and I said it looks like to me there's like a train being run on Paige in a hotel room, and those are the only two guys visible. There's obviously a cameraman there filming Braddock's, Paige, and Kofi. Not Kofi, Xavier. I kept saying Kofi, didn't I? Xavier Woods. So there was some freaky shit going on. Then there's, it's either a video, I haven't seen it, but I've seen people posting about it, and they've told me about it. There is a video of her getting a facial, and not from like a spa, and she's got the women's NXT title, and the facial is all over the title, and it's all over her, which is really gross. And you got to think of all the girls after her who held that: Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Suka, and some of those girls have kissed that title, rubbed it on their face, and that's potentially company property. That's how I look at it, and she's desecrating it with who knows this semen while she's getting shot all over her face. It's just, and there's more. There's a lot more. Today I found a video of her at a strip club, male strip club, handling dong. The guy was dressed as Wolverine or Logan, and she was all about it in a room full of other chicks. How that video never got on, the chicks must not know who the hell she was. She was on stage as Serena, her real name. So I think Wolverine knew who she was because he had a raging boner the entire time. But the videos keep coming. Those are the ones that I've seen, but there are a lot of photos. There are some fucked up photos. Oh, God. There's a bunch of masturbation videos. And there's one where she's sticking a device up her BH, telling whoever that she's stretching it out for him, and she's practicing for later. Some messed up shit. All right, I'm done describing. But this is my thing on it. If you don't remember, I keep thinking it was like a year and plus ago, maybe 2 years. No, it's been under a year. She's been hacked, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. And 3 or 4 nude photos wound up on the internet. And I saw some then. I even reported it, but I didn't give any sites or anything. I'm not giving sites now either. It's not hard to find any of this shit. So in the last year, she's been hacked. You would think, wow, I'm really lucky. My fuck scenes, my fuck videos didn't get, leaked. Maybe I should take these off my phone. No, she didn't. And these reports are that her phone was stolen, which leads me to think that she did this on purpose because she's still trying to get out of her contract. She's doing everything she can to get out of her contract. She's been to about 8 rival promotions, seen backstage with Alberto Del Rio because he's wrestling. That's a no-no in WWE land. You don't do that. She's gotten tattoos without their permission. Nope. She's popped 2 drug tests. Nope. Now that the fact that The Rock is making that story, the movie about her life, and the WWE jumped on board, throwing money at it. Here you go, Rock. They're not firing her anytime soon. My cats. So, like I said, if she leaked it, it's retarded. Her shit is on the internet forever now. And I think outside the box. That's why I think it was leaked. Granted, there were other people this last week that were hacked. Emma Watson. And I've seen the video. I don't know that that's her. It's a pretty good lookalike. I don't recall Emma Watson having a tattoo on her back. And this girl put in a lot of work for a famous, spoiled, rich white girl. I don't see her doing half the shit she did in that video. Supposedly the hackers threatened that more are coming, which included possibly Nikki Bella. Oh, God, that would be great. Oh, I'd love to see her shit. Filthy. Summer Rae. Supposedly Big E. I think Kirsten said he ran into it today, and he was, like, flabbergasted. But there's supposed to be a plethora of more videos coming of other stars. So, and shockingly, there was no punishment dished out on Xavier. He was on Raw tonight. Granted, it was a backstage pre-recorded segment. The rumor was they were going to keep them off of Raw or TV until Mania. I could see backstage segments because obviously it didn't work. The crowd doesn't react as if they were sitting in the ring for a live segment. So obviously the WWE is like, who cares? Granted, because they're like, well, you can't fire Paige and you can't fire Xavier if you didn't fire Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins' ex leaked a wiener pic of him standing in the shower or mirror flexing or something. What Paige has done, or had happened to her, is totally different. I mean, you could fill the back of a porn box with these pictures, and you would say, hey, she's doing porn. But I think they're going to keep Paige around long enough until this movie comes out so they can have her push front and forward and do the red carpet and all that other crap, and then it's bye-bye. Oh, and supposedly one of the other people in the videos was SmackDown interviewer or announcer Tom Phillips. A couple people have pointed that out, and I can't really tell. Some people say it's Maddox in the video. I can't fucking tell. But I'm just going to go with it. So there was 3 employees, banging Paige. And granted, these are old videos, old photos. Mostly are from her FCW in NXT days. But still, it's... Oh, and it's so funny now because you go on YouTube and all YouTube is all these videos of her with like Xavier on Up, Up, Down, Down, and Brad Maddox. You should see the Twister video of her with Xavier playing with Big E and some ref, and Jerry Lawler's just watching it. Oh my God, it was so sexually charged it wasn't even funny. So, you know, one would think this went on for a while. But you also got to think too, how much shit is out there? Maddox is taking freaking... He has like a professional camera. He did erase his Twitter and IEG account or something immediately when it came out. And he did do a response video. But I think he was in character. He was basically saying everybody was jealous because he had his day in the sun. But they'll never know what it's like to love a woman who never loved them back. Well, and I totally believe that. The stuff I've seen on Divas, she can act like a heartless whore. She loves you one week when she was dating that rock star guy. And then the next week she brought him to some function, totally ignored him, treated him like shit. And she basically said, look, I only brought you here to fuck. We're not dating. We're not serious. He said, what are you talking about? We're engaged. And they basically broke up on that episode the way she was talking to him. It's like, personally, I think she's messed up in the head, but whatever. Paige fallout, we'll see. It's going to be months from now. Because obviously if they were going to fire her, they would have fired her. Probably when, like I said, when this movie's over with, it'll be the end of her. Surprisingly, a lot of the WWE stars have come out and spoken on Twitter about, Xavier. He's like, FYI, it was cold that night, so he's making a joke out of it. There was a text or a tweet by Vince McMahon saying, New Day rocks. Congrats, Xavier. You wouldn't think Vince would do that. And then there was some of the girls like, Nikki Bella's like, they can't fire her if they didn't fire Rollins. And Cena said something about the same thing. I don't think they've seen all the videos, and I don't think they've seen all the photos. Some of them are tame videos, some are whatever, but you can't deny the NXT title video, and I don't know, people can do whatever they want in their personal free time. And you got to realize, too, these people are not home. They're on the road 24/7. It's like a rolling bus of high school kids that are all in shape and hot looking.